Hey YouTube, welcome back to a special review here on the Lincoln Williams Show. Today we are going to be reviewing the Xbox 360 in all of its glory because I don't really cover a lot of Microsoft stuff here on the channel. So I decided today during this whole coronavirus thing, if you're stuck at home and if you're watching this video, thank you for watching because this is a difficult time for all of us. And let's take a look back on some of our memories on the Xbox 360. So today we're going to be taking a look at the system, its controllers, and some of its best games here on the Lincoln Williams Show. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the Xbox 360 Slim Edition. This is a 4 terabyte model, and basically what I did on the side of the unit, basically you pull this little tab right here, you open up the back cover of the console, and you basically get a 250 gigabyte Microsoft hard drive in there. So what I did was, before I get to the thing that you mostly want to do to your 360 is let's take a look at the features. So the system's features. So on the bottom, you have two USB ports right there, a button to sync your controllers, a power button, and a eject button for the disc tray right here. On the side, you have ventilation right here, and on the other side, which I mentioned before, is this little tab right here. You slide your finger over that, and let me show you how to do that. So you slide your finger right here, and you pop the lid off right here, and it exposes the hard drive. You're going to want to upgrade out to a hard drive to get the full potential out of the Xbox 360. Yeah. So basically you're going to want to install a hard drive. Mine is 250 gigabytes of hard drive space. So let's slide this back on like so. And there's more ventilation on top of the device, of the system. And here is all your fun stuff. Here in the back, you have a power button socket. You have a optical audio jack, which is for stereo systems. You have an AV port, so if you want to hook this up to an old AV TV or a CRT TV, you can do that. But most people are just going to use HDMI anyway when they're getting new TVs. And you have the Connect. You have the Connect thing right there. You have the Connect connector right there, and the LAN port right there, and 3 more USB ports. And this is a crucial console to get because this is the version that you want to get because it has so many features packed inside of it. But the Xbox 360 Slim and the Xbox 360e are basically the same, but this has more features up its sleeve, like that extra USB port and that audio jack. So yeah, so that's one of the things that you gotta look out for. So yeah, so that's the system itself. I'm gonna put this away. And right here is the controller. The Microsoft 360, the Microsoft Xbox 360 controller. Basically, it has 2 joysticks right here, a D-pad, a home button and a start and select buttons, and X, Y, B, and A buttons right here, and two triggers, which I really love these triggers. These were my favorite over the years, over the PS3 and era of gaming. So you have two bumpers and two triggers, left and right, bumper and left triggers. So, and this controller feels very comfortable to this very day, and I love it, but it uses a AA battery. So if you have a regular Xbox 360 controller that uses AA batteries, if you have a wired one, then good for you, because I'm going to show you a special edition controller that you can get on Amazon once this whole coronavirus goes away. So basically, yeah, so that's the controller pack. It uses two AA batteries, and here is another variant of the controller. The one thing that I don't like about this controller is the Y button, It's a little smushy. I got this at a yard sale and stuff like that, and it's a little smushy, so I don't know how to fix it. So, but I'll have to have a technician to pull this apart and take a look at it and see what's stuck in there. It's not getting a satisfying click as you hear, like this one. And this one is all mushy and stuff. So I don't know what's going on there, but that's the updated Xbox 360 controller right there. And here is my special edition controller. And this is, hold on, let me just unwrap this so you can see what the controller actually looks like. Here it is. Here's my special see-through Xbox 360 controller that I use at replay all the time. It's wired, and it has the USB. It has the USB connection right there. It has the USB connection right there. So yeah, so the one thing that this controller does is it lights up blue, and as you're playing, if you want it to. So all you got to do is go to the back here. Here's all the circuitry and stuff, and you see this button right here. You click that. You click that button right there, and you can see all the electronic components inside the controller, and it's very cool. And most people don't notice this at replay, but they kind of do when they're playing games at my shop and all that stuff. So yes, you press that button right there and it'll light up blue, and you can see all the circuitry inside, how the controller works and how the controller functions and all that stuff. So yeah, here's my controller that I use normally with the Xbox 360 controller. So it's by PDP, I think, on Amazon or something like that. So I got this controller back when they were doing these at $25. Now they're $30, and you know, what are you gonna do? So anyways, there's that. And let's get on to the games. So I'm going to be doing a buying guide for games for the Xbox 360. And most of these are compatible with Xbox One. So, yeah. So basically we're going to be doing a buying guide for games now. So let's start with at the top of the list that you should have in your collection, and that is Fable 2. Fable 2 is a game where you can make... This is an entry-level rated M game. So if you're playing... If you're playing like, you know, if you're starting to get into rated M collecting, this is a very good game to get into, because you can make your own. It's all about choice making and just decision making in the Fable universe, basically. So this is what I've learned throughout Rated M games, is that you can make your own choices in sort of like an Infamous or something like that, but it has a lot more depth. And it's like, what happens if I do this? Or what happens if I do that? Then I'll do... But I'm going to be doing a good playthrough on this game, and I'm very, very excited to showcase it with you guys here on the Lincoln Williams Show, because I'm going to be doing a good playthrough on this game, because I'm a good guy and stuff like that in real life. And, I want my decisions to matter in the good decisions that matter in this game. So yeah, there's Fable 2. Another game that people don't really talk about anymore is Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 is basically like a game where you go to Africa and you're infected with this, sickness, and you're trying to, get healthy again. You're like doing medicines. You're doing things to your system, basically. So just to help to get you better. So basically, that's the whole storyline behind this game, and you're trying to track down a bad guy in Far Cry 2 in Africa. So great game, lots of cool Jeeps to ride, and lots of guns to pick up and shoot pirates and all that stuff. So very good. It's a very good game on the Xbox 360. So highly recommend it. Now another series that everybody should pick up on the Xbox 360 is, of course, Assassin's Creed. Is the Assassin's Creed series. The Assassin's Creed series is basically like a parkour rooftop climbing superhero guys with hoods and hidden blades. Basically, the Assassin's Creed series is a free roam series that lets you assassinate Templars and many specific people who are joining the Templar Brotherhood. So these games, Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed 3, are all great games, like in my collection here. And so these are very good. So these are very good. These are still very great games to pick up for the Xbox 360. And so basically, Assassin's Creed Rogue is it's like Star Wars Episode 3 in those timelines. Like the main character, he turns bad because he made a terrible decision, because the assassins made him do it, and he made he massacred a town, and he just regrets doing it and all that stuff. And he's like, I will not let this happen again based on your actions and all that stuff. And he just got booted out of the Brotherhood and into the Templar territory. That's what Assassin's Creed Rogue is going to be about. So basically, yeah, but the other two games, Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4, are very good games. And I'm very excited to play these games again through the months going forward. So definitely pick those games up in your collection if you don't have them already. Another game that you should pick up is Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is where you hop onto a beast and you beat the living crap out of it. You hop onto a mythical creature or a dragon, and you basically beat the living crap out of those beasts, because it's very, very fun, and how to take them down. And this game is huge, so it's very like Skyrim and Oblivion, and it's very good, and it's on Nintendo Switch. So if you want to pick it up on the Nintendo Switch, then you can, because you can play this game on the Xbox 360 Live Arcade. You can play this on the 360 or the Nintendo Switch or PS4. So if you want to play this game, give this game a shot. I think you'll like it on the 360 or the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, if you're collecting for the 360, this is a great game to pick up. Okay, so now we're heading into dark territory for the Xbox 360. This is a game where you're an assassin, and basically you hunt down very specific people who are like infecting this world of and that is Dishonored. Basically, I did a playthrough of Dishonored. So I did a playthrough of Dishonored through 6 parts or 7 parts, depending on what the playthrough was back in the day. But in one of those playthroughs, I got so scared because I was at a sliver of health left because one of the guys saw me and he kind of shot me. And basically what I was at a sliver of health and dogs were attacking me, and I'm like, oh gosh, and I was so glad to get out of that moment. Because I thought I was gonna die in the playthrough, and I thought I was gonna have to start all over again. But the gameplay is very similar to BioShock, so guns and magic and pistols and all that stuff. It's and swords, and this is a very good stealth action game for those of you who like stealth action games. And yeah, so that's Dishonored in a nutshell, and I'll leave it at that. So, one of the best Call of Duty games of all time has to go to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is basically, it was one of the very best Call of Duty games ever made because of the multiplayer, its campaign, and its weaponry and all that stuff. And you're basically like, one mission, you're taking control of a drone and you're blasting missiles on the ground, and it's very like strategic or something like that. And it's very, very fun. This is one of the best games in the series, is Modern Warfare 1. So I highly recommend that you play this with a bunch of your other friends if you can. So I don't know if the online works still on this one, but I think it does because it uses Xbox One and Xbox 360 backwards compatible play, and people are still playing this. So I highly recommend Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So, all right, let's talk racing games. I love Need for Speed Rivals. Need for Speed Rivals is basically a cops and robbers style game where you play as a cop or as a racer going like 100 miles an hour this way, and you're getting chased by cops. And it's very, very good. It's a very, very good racing game for those of you who haven't picked this up yet. I did a playthrough on Need for Speed Rivals. I think I only did part 1 and part 2 or anything like anything like that on the channel. So I did both perspectives on this game. So make sure to check it out. Need for Speed Rivals for the 360. Awesome game, or Xbox One or PS4, or maybe PC if they allow it to be on PC as well. So I don't know. So, but it's very, very good. So I would highly recommend you check this game out. All right. Another game. This is the big one. This is the big one for those of you who are Red Dead Redemption fans, of Red Dead Redemption 2. If you only played Red Dead Redemption 2, and if you haven't gotten used to John Marston's story yet, then Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition will hold all the pieces together. Basically, this is a Wild Western game, and this is a game that takes place in the Wild West in that time period, and you can do cowboy things like ride horses, saddle up bad guys, be the sheriff, or be a jerk in the game based on your decision making in this game as well. So it's very, very good. You're gonna I played a lot of hours on Red Dead Redemption 1 because of the multiplayer, and I don't think I can go back to the multiplayer now, so I have to play the first one. And I do play Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just that game takes so long to beat. It's like 60 hours for Red Dead Redemption 2. Basically, Red Dead Redemption 2 is like a Netflix series. And I don't want to get into those types of games where they have long storylines. But basically, during this time, I sort of have to, because I have to but I have to do other things as well. But this game is very, very good. I highly recommend that you play through it once. And it's very, very good. And there's Red Dead Redemption in a nutshell. And I enjoyed this game. So I very enjoyed it. So another game that you really got to appreciate on the 360 is Oblivion. Basically, Oblivion is Elder Scrolls' fourth installment into the series. And Oblivion is basically a medieval fantasy role-playing game. And basically what you do is try to close down the portals to Oblivion. So it's very, very good, and it's kind of fun to do all these side quests and learn about the backstory of the Elder Scrolls universe as you know it. So, and fight the Daedra. And the Daedra are these like devilish Darth Maul creatures, basically. They look like Darth Maul and stuff like that. And basically, it's very, very fun. It's very, very fun, and I think you'll enjoy the story as you're trying to protect the Emperor from these opening gates of Oblivion. So it's very, 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 very fun and very, very cool. So another great game. Let's talk about motorcycle games. This is Max versus ATV Alive, basically, and this is it's a very, very fun motorcycle game. I think I played like 2 hours total on this game, and it's very, very fun. It's always good to go back and do tricks and stuff, and it's very, very cool. So I would highly recommend, if you're a motorcycle fan, you would pick this game up if you like motorcycle racing. So another great game to have on you. My brother is currently playing this right now on PS4, and that is Minecraft. Minecraft for the 360 is a very great choice if you have kids who love Legos and survival, and if they want to build their creativeness in Minecraft, then Minecraft is a very good game for kids. And we do Minecraft tournaments all the time. At Replay, we just make sure they'll let the kids play and all that stuff. So, oh man, there's dirt on my stop button. Dang it. Another great series to collect for is the Mass Effect series. The Mass Effect series is basically like Star Trek. the Mass Effect series is basically like Star Trek in a way, and you fight aliens and you're trying to protect the galaxy, and Shepard is Shepard is a very good character. Jack Shepard in the main game, in the main series. It's very much like Star Trek, and you can get lost in these games for like hours and hours and hours depending on what you're doing. And you go to planets, you go to solar systems, and you basically fight aliens. And it's a very good third-person shooter series, and I actually like this. I actually like this series, except number 3. Everybody cried at number 3 because the main character died and all that stuff. Your main character dies at number 3. So, yeah, but the Mass Effect series, it's a very good series to get into if you're collecting for the 360. So, yep. Oh, come on, get in there. All right. Another great series to get into. Another great series to get into is the Halo series. And basically, the one series that really struck me the most, the one series that struck me the most out of the 360 is Halo Reach. Halo Reach is by far the best Halo game I have ever played. Its multiplayer is so much fun. You will get lost in it for hours and hours on Forge mode with all your friends and family members who love Halo. And basically, it's like playing laser tag with your friends and all that stuff, and doing your creative stuff in the map, basically. So it's very, very fun. It's very, very addictive. And Forge mode in Halo is such a good game. And in Halo Reach, the campaign is very good. But if you want more of a campaign style that's very, very good, and Halo 3 is your best bet for campaign. It is so good. I have yet to play all the Halo games in order. So I have Halo Anniversary and Halo 4 as well. So I'm very, very excited to review my Halo collection for the 360 and Xbox. So I'm very, very, very excited to review that for you guys. So Halo, any Halo game will do in the main series and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. So another series. Now, this series is for my girlfriend's brother. His name is Anthony, and basically, this series of Lego games. So make sure to pick up Lego Pirates of the Caribbean and Lego Batman 2. So both of these games are very, very fun if you're a Lego fan. And I like Pirates of the Caribbean more because of the movies, and Lego Batman 2 just ups it with the free roam level design, the free roam world with the DC universe. And Lego Batman 2 is very, very good. It's a very good game. The Lego games are always good for kids and all that stuff. So, anyways, make sure to pick both of these up if you can. Anyways, that is it for that. Now, first-person shooters. Well, this is the big one. I have yet to see another remake on PS4, but for now, we have it on the 360 and the PS3, and that is Goldeneye 007 Reloaded. Goldeneye 007 Reloaded is a remake of the original Goldeneye, and it does so well with its campaign and its multiplayer and its weapon customization. And you just didn't get that with Call of Duty. You just got loadouts and stuff like that. and back in the day. So Call of Duty, so GoldenEye 007 is still one of my favorite James Bond games in the series. And one of my friends, he's a huge GoldenEye fan. And you probably know who I'm talking about. For those of you who are sitting at home and all that stuff. So, yeah, so GoldenEye 007 is very, very good. And so, yeah, it's a very, very good shooter. It doesn't have a lot of blood in it, but all you're doing is like shooting, bad guys in throughout these levels, and it's very, very good. It's a very, very good game. All right, 5 more minutes left. Another game that we like to call for adventure enthusiasts who want to go on an adventure, and that is Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is a treasure hunting survival game where you get trapped on an island and you're doing all these tomb puzzles and treasure hunts and killing pirates with a bow, and it's very, very good. It's a very, very good game in my opinion. And it feels so good to finally get off the island once you complete the game and all that stuff, once you finish it. So, yeah. Well, I just watched this movie last night, and yeah, this game is so good. It is so good. Wow. I mean, this game is so good compared to other Star Wars games that handle Jedi mechanics and being a Jedi and all that stuff. And that is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Star Wars The Force Unleashed is basically, wow, watching Star Wars Episode 9 last night. Wow. The storylines make sense in the video game world. This game takes place from episode 3 to episode 4, and it has a very good storyline. Starkiller the Apprentice basically is one of my favorite Star Wars Jedi ever produced. He is so powerful. He conquered the dark side and went over to the light side in this game, and it's very, very good. And he realizes what his actions are doing to him, and how does he bring balance to the Force? Well, at least he tries to, but we already know who brought balance in the Force in episode 9. So basically, Star Wars The Force Unleashed is still a great game to play to this very day. And for those of you who still have a 360 around and want to get into some Star Wars action, then Star Wars The Force Unleashed is the game for you. I highly recommend this one. I'll be reviewing it on the Lincoln Williams Show anytime soon. So, another game to get for the Xbox 360 that I'm very, very, very excited to present to you today is Skate 3. Skate 3 is such a good game. Skate 3 is such a good game. I put many, 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 many hours into the PS3 version, and I'm so excited to be going back to the series for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One going forward. And I'm very, very, very excited to play this game again when I'm still in quarantine. So when I'm still in quarantine and stuff like that. If I'm still in quarantine, this is the game that I'm going to be playing for most of my days. If I'm missing the outside, or if I want to, skate with, my fake buddies and all that stuff with Fabio and all those other great great skaters in Skate 3. So this is a very good game to pick up for the PS3 and Xbox 360, but mostly for the Xbox 360 because of the thumbstick controls. So yeah, so there's Skate 3. So I never really got into fighting games until I played Soul Calibur 4. Soul Calibur 4 is very, very good. And look at that. It has Yoda right there. You can play as Crazy Yoda. Crazy Yoda. So it's very, very fun. This game is very, very fun. I had dozens of memories of playing this game and creating characters and fighting opponents. And stuff like that. And it's very, very fun with weapons. And that's what made Soul Calibur so famous in the first place, is the weapon types and all that stuff. And it's very, very fun to create your own character and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's Soul Calibur 4. Another game that I'm going to be playing on the 360, and I don't want to download it on the PS4, is Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 is a very good game. I played it on the channel, so if you want to check that out, then just make sure to scroll down to my Far Cry 4 playlist. And this is a very fun first-person shooter that takes place in Karat or something like that. It's like a Chinese place and all that stuff, and you get like AK-47s and elephants and all that stuff. You can ride elephants in this game, and it's very, very fun to play. So I'll probably play this sometime in the near future, and I'll probably review it on the channel. Who knows? But Far Cry 4 is a very fun game, but you might get a little sensitive of the swearing in the beginning and all that stuff. But Far Cry 5 is still a pretty good game. Far Cry 5 is a very, very good game. But I just don't like the storyline in that one. It's very, you're trying to kill a cult off. And it's just kind of bad in my opinion. But I'd still like to mess around in these open world environments. And the last game on my list that you have to play is Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is still one of my favorite games to this day, and it helped revolutionize the Oblivion and the Fallout series together. So this is the game that started it all with the first-person perspective, like a Skyrim thing. It feels like Skyrim in a way, and Fallout is still an excellent game. It has a fantastic writing and storytelling, and the adventure that you go on to get through to open the clean water up and stuff like that. So you should check out my review of Fallout 3 if you haven't already. So yeah, there's a lot of Xbox 360 games that I needed to cover today. Sorry that took so long, in the sense that you almost died of boredom. But anyway, but we got through it. So, and I'm very, very excited to review Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie here on the channel. And it's going to be very, very fun on the Xbox Live Arcade and stuff like that going forward. So, in the sense, let's just give the final verdict. So, the final verdict for the Xbox 360 is a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 for one of the best consoles, because the online could be a little bit iffy on the Xbox 360. Depending on what your game you're choosing, and just use this for an only single player experience. So, but anyways, but before I go, it is backwards compatible. It is backwards compatible with is backwards compatible with original Xbox games. So make sure to check out that list. It's very huge, and it's very huge, and you'll probably get a dozen hours out of the original Xbox backwards compatibility with the Xbox 360. So anyways, YouTubers, so yeah, I hope you're having a good day, depending on what situation you are in, and I hope you're hanging in there. I'm hanging in there, and so on and so forth. And yeah, but anyways, YouTubers, I'm so excited to be reviewing all these games on the channel as best I can. What are my experiences out of all of them are, and all that stuff. So anyways, so stay tuned for the next episode of the Lincoln Williams Show. So stay healthy, YouTubers, and make sure you have plenty of stuff to do in the house through the weeks, months to come. And I'll see you guys all later on the next Lincoln Williams Show episode. I'll be back someday, YouTubers.